All right, guys. This is Alex at Reps and Riffs. First thing I want to do is talk about our fucking gear right here. We got some pretty badass fucking t-shirt designs coming out in the next couple weeks. You guys are going to want to stay tuned to that. We're going to have a link to our website in the description, as well as a link to all of our socials. Like us, follow us everywhere, subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. We also got supplements, everything you need in order to train like a badass in the gym and recover adequately afterwards. We have it. Check it out. Like I said, the link's in the description. All right. So what I want to talk about today is a term in my opinion, I think this term gets thrown around a little too loosely. What I'm talking about is overtraining. So overtraining is real, right? You can train to the point where you fuck yourself up, you crash and burn, you feel like shit, you're not sleeping well, you're sleeping too much, maybe you're eating too much, you're not eating enough, and you just overall start feeling like shit and you can't go as hard as you would like to in the gym. But a lot of people don't ever actually get to that point. They just use that term as an excuse to take a rest day. And I don't like rest days either. I don't think that's the right term. We'll talk about that too a little bit, but I think once you reach the point of overtraining, you will know it. If you're training hard enough to do so, then you also should probably rethink your training program and the design of it. Because in my opinion, if your training split allows for adequate recovery before you hit a muscle group again, you should never reach the point of overtraining. I've been training for probably 60, 70 days straight, and I still feel fucking great every time I step in the gym. And that's because, for example, if I do chest on Monday, I won't get back to chest again until Friday. And that's plenty of time for my chest and my triceps and my front delts and stuff to recover. Part of that has to do with the fact that I eat adequately. I get the nutrition I need during that time in order to recover. I get my protein and my carbs are timed right and stuff like that. That has something to do with it as well. We'll talk about that. I'll do another video after this. My next video will be how to design a training split in order to allow for recovery, as well as, how to design an effective workout, in my opinion. And I'll touch a little bit on, what you need to recover. Or maybe I'll save that for another video. We'll see how it goes. But rest days, I want to talk about that too. I think a lot of people program rest days into their training split. That's okay if you're new and you're doing like a push-pull legs thing. By the time you get back to push, you might not be ready to do that again. You might need to take a rest day in between your leg day and your push day. But I wouldn't call that a rest day. What I would call that is an active recovery day. If you're awake, you need to be doing something to actively help your body recover so that when you step in the gym that following day, you're a fucking 100% ready to go and smash that shit, right? You got to rest too, obviously. You can't fucking go without sleeping. But when you're sleeping, you're resting. That's when your body does most of its recovering. Now, if you're not going to the gym that day as a rest day, what you need to be doing is going for a walk, getting your blood flow into the muscles, make sure you're feeding your body right, get good protein in, get all your nutrients in that day, maybe get a massage, use a foam roller on sore body parts, stuff like that, so that you're ensuring your body is ready to go as soon as you're ready to go. And don't just use rest days as an excuse to be lazy. I think that's what the problem is. That's what I see. I used to do it too because I didn't know. I thought that if I went to the gym 7 days a week, I was gonna overtrain. That's what I thought, because that's what I was told. A lot of us are told that. And that's just simply not true. Like I said, if you design your split to allow for adequate recovery, you can go to the gym every single day. You can even go twice a day if you want. If you're doing, in the morning, you're doing weight training, and at night you're doing like light cardio, like low intensity, steady state cardio, like walking on the treadmill or something, you can go twice a day, every single day. You may reach a point where you want to take an active recovery day because, maybe you're just not feeling it. That's totally okay too. But I would suggest not programming that into your training split, because that's just a whole day you're missing out on training, and you don't necessarily need to do that. You can just design your split adequately to allow for recovery before you get back to that muscle group, right? And I think that's a much better way to do it. So, I hope that this helps some of you guys maybe realize that you might just be being lazy sometimes, taking rest days and sitting around watching fucking Netflix and eating pizza or some shit is not adequate. You need to be taking recovery days if you need them, and only when you need them. Other than that, get your ass in the fucking gym, get moving, lift some fucking weight. Let's get big. I'll see you next time.